Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while. I feel like the past 5 videos that I've made on this channel, I've started out by saying it's been a while. I've been gone from this channel for a very long time, and I'm expecting to stay on this channel for a very long time. I know it's been rough. It's been a really bad month of inconsistency from me, but we're here. That's all that matters, and we're gonna keep it that way. Let's hope. But let's address the elephant in the room. I haven't talked about basketball on this channel for a very long time. I haven't talked anything free agency. I haven't talked about any off-season moves, nothing about the draft, nothing about any of the prospects. So we're gonna dive all into that in these next coming days. But let's get straight into it. I don't have my light on. Give me 1 second. God damn, I'm rusty. I'm fucking rusty. That did absolutely nothing. Tell me if you guys see a difference in the comment section. I don't know if you guys will, but don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and let's get straight into the content. So right now I'm on Real GM, and they have all 30 NBA teams and the players that they lost, the players they gained, re-signed, blah, 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 blah. You get the gist. So I'm going to go down all 30 NBA teams, and I'm going to give you guys a grade letter of how I think that their offseason went. And it looks like we're going to start with the Atlanta Hawks, going in alphabetical order. They lost John Collins, Trent Forrest, Aaron Holiday, Tyrese Martin, and Donovan Williams, but they gained Kobe Buffkin, who I really think is gonna be a stud in the NBA, bro. I like his game a lot. From what I have seen in Summer League, which is this much, I like his game. That's all I can say. Shout out Michigan. And they also got 2 veteran shooters in Wesley Matthews and Patty Mills. I don't know what type of minutes they're going to be able to get on this team, considering DeJounte Murray and Trae Young are still on the crew. But I do like the addition to them as locker room guys. They're vets. They know what they're doing. They can help Trae Young. Those 2 being picked up by Atlanta, I don't think that it's a move that can necessarily hurt them in the long run. I feel like this is a move that can only benefit them in any way. They also got Miles Norris, who was undrafted this season. I don't know who the hell he is, but they re-signed DeJounte Murray. I guess that's basically it. If I had to give a grade for the Atlanta Hawks, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna have to give them like a C, to be honest, because I don't think that they really made any moves to really put them over the hump. They didn't make any moves that will solidify their spot in the playoffs, which is what I thought they were going to do going into the offseason. They didn't really do that. They got 2 vets in Wesley Matthews, Patty Mills. Like I said, don't know how much minutes they're going to get. You still need to see more with the Trae Young and DeJounte Murray fit, but the pieces that they got don't really excite me. I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to give them a C. Now let's talk about my Boston Celtics. You can finally talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We lost Justin Champagne, I'm not saying his last name right, Danilo Gallinari, Blake Griffin, I don't know how to say his name, Kabengele or some shit like that, Ike Muscala, and the one that hurts most, Marcus Smart and Grant Williams. I don't want to talk about it, but I have to. Marcus Smart is no longer a Boston Celtic. When that trade went down initially, you guys see the video. It's on my channel. You guys can go watch that if you want after this video. I was so happy that Porzingis was a Boston Celtic. I was ecstatic. We got rid of Malcolm Brogdon for fucking Porzingis. I'm all for it. Marcus Smart, the defense is going to be amazing. Marcus Smart's still on the team. And then the trade fell through. Why? And then I saw that the Grizzlies made a trade with the Celtics. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Malcolm Brogdon, you could be the voice. I stayed up all night until that trade got done. I got the damn message. Marcus Smart, Memphis Grizzlies, 3-team trade. I fell to my knees, bro. I fell to my knees. It was tough. It took a minute to process. I'm still processing it right now. I don't think that any of the Celtics players are fond of this trade. I just tweeted that out today because Jason Tatum, he said, oh yeah, Marcus Smart's the best defender in the world. So basically we just let go of the best defender in the world in Jason Tatum's eyes. Jaylen Brown, he even said right after he signed that extension, we're going to talk about that later, he literally said that the road to Banner 18 is not going to be the same without Marcus Smart. Grant Williams, kind of all seen that coming. Get your bag. Congratulations. You're in Dallas now. He was really good for our team. He was really inconsistent at times, but I can't really get on him about inconsistency because I literally exist on this channel. However, the Boston Celtics gained Delano Banton, O'Shea Brissett, Kristaps Porzingis, Jay Scrubb, and Jordan Walsh. Let me tell you something about Jordan Walsh before I talk about the other guys. Jordan Walsh is that defensive guy that I love for this Boston Celtics team. He's going to bring the energy. That's all I can say. I love his game, man. If he could just knock down that three consistently, probably at like 37 to 40%, he could literally just come in and destroy other teams' bench units. That's what I want from this man. Just knock down that three, play good ass defense, and that shit's going to go a long way. I promise that. Boston also locked up Jaylen Brown. I see a lot of people saying it's an overpay. At this point, I don't really care if it's an overpay. Jaylen Brown is still a Boston Celtic. I'm happy about that. Is this the right move for the Celtics? Probably not, considering the Eastern Conference Finals Jaylen Brown just had. But I, just as the Boston Celtics front office and Boston Celtics fans around the whole entire world, we do think that Jaylen Brown is going to get better. He says we haven't seen the best side of him yet. I agree with that. I believe what he's saying. And I'm never going to knock down anybody for getting any amount of money. That's number one. We got to nip that shit in the bud right now. I'm not going to be like, oh, Jaylen Brown doesn't deserve it, this, that, and the third. Because, dude, it's not the money you're making. It's the money he's making. That's all I got to say. But if I had to give the Boston Celtics a grade, I'm going to have to say, I'm going to have to give them probably an A- because we don't have any guard depth anymore. I mean, we still have Malcolm Brogdon, but he's obviously going to miss some time. We traded Marcus Smart for Kristaps Porzingis and 2 first-round picks, which is, you know, kind of wild if you think about it on paper. However, Kristaps Porzingis is bound to miss some time. There was just a report that came out that the man's not going to be in the FIBA World Cup solely because of his foot injury. You know what I'm saying? That's the things that I'm scared about. I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie. Let's say Malcolm Brogdon's hurt, Kristaps Porzingis is hurt, you know, Robert Williams is bound to miss some time. Now we gotta fucking play Peyton Pritchard 25-30 minutes. Not saying Peyton Pritchard's a bad basketball player, but it's pretty obvious that the man's gonna get hunted, and that's not good at all. What do we do about that? I'm gonna give the Boston Celtics an A-. Derek White taking the keys as the starting point guard. I love that. I don't remember if I came on this channel and said this, but I do remember thinking, if Marcus Smart ends up getting traded, I'll be fine because we have Derek White at the end of the day. I didn't think that day was going to come at all because a week before Marcus Smart got traded, Brad Stevens went to him and was like, you know what, bro, you're untouchable. You're going to be a Boston Celtic next season. He was ecstatic. I was ecstatic. I felt great. He felt great. And now we both feel the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? So, Marcus Smart, man, come back, bro, please. A-. All right, let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets because they were active as hell this offseason. They lost Seth Curry, David Duke, Raekwon Gray, whoever that is, Joe Harris, Patty Mills, Drew Smith, Edmund Summer, and Yuta Watanabe on my They gained Armani Brooks, Darius Baisley, Noah Clowney in the draft, Dennis Smith Jr., Lonnie Walker, Trendon Watford, Dariq Whitehead, Jalen Wilson, and they also re-signed Cam Johnson. I like that they extended Cam Johnson's qualifying offer because he is just one of those players that you just love to watch, and he really is one of the reasons why I'm excited to watch the Brooklyn Nets next season, because they're not a team that's looked at to be in the playoffs, but they're looked at as a team that could possibly be in the play-in, but they're also gonna be fun. That's it. That's really all I care about when I'm watching basketball, is the pure entertainment of it. That's all I care about. And the Brooklyn Nets are going to provide that for me. So I'm going to be watching a lot of Brooklyn Nets games as I can. Didn't watch Dariq Whitehead in the Summer League. I'm glad that they picked up Lonnie Walker because he needed to be somewhere other than LA so we can get more run. Dennis Smith Jr., he had a really, really good bounce back season with the Charlotte Hornets. And I'm really excited to see what he could do on this Brooklyn Nets team. I feel like this is a situation for him where he's going to have to get in where he fits in. Whatever minutes he gets, he's going to have to play to the best of his abilities to kind of move up the ranks because Spencer Dinwiddie's still there. Mikal Bridges, he's going to be a guard this season, just like he was last season. But if I had to give the Brooklyn Nets a grade, by the way, all the grades that I'm giving are the expectations that I was going into the offseason with for these teams. So that's basically what I'm basing my grades off of. And based off of everything I just said, I'm going to probably have to give the Brooklyn Nets a B. Because if you ask me, it feels like they're just filling out their roster for the sake of filling out their roster. Realistically, how many minutes do you see Armani Brooks getting on this basketball team? I love Armani Brooks. RDC World Cousin, you feel me? We love Armani Brooks over here, but realistically, how much run is he getting? How much run is Darius Baisley getting? Where is Dennis Smith Jr. going to fit on this team? Especially Trendon Watford. where are these guys going to fit on the team? You know what I'm saying? Because when push comes to shove, if the team actually does make the play-in or playoffs, these guys aren't getting any run. You feel me? It's going to be the Spencer Dinwiddies of the world, the people who are making the big bucks, basically. So yeah, I think a B is perfectly fine for the Brooklyn Nets. B stands for Brooklyn. Let's go to Charlotte, which they're not getting a C. They lost Theo Maledon, Svi Mykhailiuk, Kelly Oubre Jr., Dennis Smith Jr., Xavier Sneed, and PJ Washington, which is a big loss, a big loss. They're gonna regret that. But they got Leaky Black. Leaky Black. That's the craziest name I've ever fucking heard in my life. Wow. They also got Amari Bailey. I like Amari Bailey's game. Miles Bridges is back in the NBA. Brandon Miller, Frank Ntilikina, and Nick Smith Jr. They re-signed LaMelo Ball to one of the biggest contracts I've ever seen. So congrats to LaMelo Ball. However, should they have dished that out to him? I don't know. Another thing, why would you draft Brandon Miller? I know I haven't been on this channel to talk about the draft. Why the hell would you draft Brandon Miller and not for the best guy available, aka Scoot Henderson? But I don't want to spend too much time on the Charlotte Hornets because they're not going to be a good team next year again. I'm going to give them a D. They're getting a D. Pause. The Chicago Bulls. I'm not going to waste no time with these niggas as well because they're getting a D+. They lost Patrick Beverley, Javonte Green, Derrick Jones Jr., Simonovic, y'all know who the hell I'm talking about, and Terry Taylor. They did pick up Javon Carter. They did pick up Torrey Craig, very good defenders. They did lock up Aldasumu. They locked up Nikola Vucevic, and they also locked up Kobe White. I kind of like that, but I also don't. I feel like it could have let Vooch walk. I still don't know why the hell this team hasn't even blown it up yet. I don't know what the hell Chicago's doing at all. I really don't. And I don't want to spend any time on them because they're just going to be in the same place that they were last year. A play-in team, borderline playoff team. They're not going to fucking make it. And that's going to spell the end. I guess then maybe the front office will open their eyes and be like, you know what? Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Vucevic just isn't working anymore. Lonzo's not getting any better. You know, Alex Caruso, he's looking pissed as hell. Head getting shiny. Why are you guys still holding on to this big three when it should have been blown up last trade deadline? Why? Just why? Next up with the Cleveland Cavaliers, they lost Danny Green, Robin Lopez, Raul Neto, Eddie Osman, which hurts me, Lamar Stevens, and Dylan Windler. They locked up Karis LeVert. They got Isaiah Mobley. They also got Ty Jerome, Damian Jones, Imani Bates, which Georges Niang, and Max Strus. I can't even front with y'all. I love the Georges Niang and Max Strus pickup that the Cleveland Cavaliers just did because it's literally perfect for both of these guys. I feel like Georges Niang, he needed to get out of Philly ASAP, especially the way that they were using him back last year. It was nasty as hell. I feel like he can really find his fitting on this team. Max Strus, fresh off being in the NBA Finals, he's got finals experience, whether we like it or not. He's got big playoff experience as well, so he knows what to bring to this team. He needs to be consistent with that three. Hopefully his defense is consistent as well in Cleveland. I don't know what he's going to look like without Eric Spoelstra. This is one of the first undrafted guys that is going away from Eric Spoelstra, going to a different vicinity. We'll see what Max Strus can do. I'm excited for them. If I had to give the Cavs a grade, I'm gonna give them a smooth B- because they didn't wow me with their trades and their offseason moves. I'm not gonna sit here and say got worse or something because I don't think they did get worse at all. I'm gonna give a B to Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's move on to the next team. Oh boy, the Dallas Mavericks. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I believe that the Dallas Mavericks had the best offseason out of anybody. I know you could probably say the Phoenix Suns, the Los Angeles Lakers. I think it was the Dallas Mavericks. Listen to this. They lost Reggie Bullock finally, Davis Bertans finally, Justin Holiday, Markieff Morris, Frank Ntilikina, Theo Pinson, not the cheerleader, Christian Wood, yes, and McKinley Wright, whoever that is. But they got Derek Lively, who I'm excited for his game, Rashawn Holmes, Dante Exum, my boy. I thought this man was going to be a stud. It's probably his last chance. We'll see, though. They got Seth Curry back, which I don't think he's going to be able to do anything on this team, considering you can't really play him and Luka, you can't really play him and Kyrie, solely because of the defense and the size. It's just not going to work at all. However, on the offensive side, that shit going to work. It re-signed Dwight Powell, and the two biggest moves of them all, they got Grant Williams and they re-signed Kyrie Irving. That is it. That's it for me, man. I think that there is one big hole that he needs to fix. I don't know why he's saying that he still wants to try to go and get Clint Capella when he already has Rashawn Holmes and Derek Lively in front of his face. But that's an issue that they need to have. They don't have that rim protector. They don't have that anchor on defense. I've been preaching this forever. The Dallas Mavericks, just like the Atlanta Hawks, are not going to be anywhere without a real defensive anchor. Neither team has that. And that's still a hole that the Dallas Mavericks need to address, because this man Luka in FIBA right now is going crazy. I just watched this man hit a step back three from like 35 feet out. Like, I'm not even joking. Maybe I'm being hyperbolic, but the man is looking skinnier than ever. He's looking like he's in shape. And this is looking like an MVP season from Luka, so you don't want to waste it. And I really do think that going out and getting a defensive anchor can solve that problem. If I had to give the Dallas Mavericks a grade, I'm going to give them a smooth A. I'm going to give them an A. Actually, no. Fuck that. I'm going to give them an A+, because they deserve it. No, the Denver Nuggets, I'm not too fond about what they did this offseason. They did lose Bruce Brown. They did lose Thomas Bryant, Jeff Green, Ish Smith. A lot of guys that really helped them win that championship, especially Bruce Brown. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, they did gain a lot of people, but I'm looking at a lot of, mid right now. I'm looking at tons of mid right now, but there's nothing that they could really do at this point. They brought back DeAndre Jordan, they brought back Reggie Jackson, and they just won a championship, so there's not much that they could do. But they did lose a really big piece in Bruce Brown that Mike Malone did say, yeah, he's not leaving. Brucey B ain't going anywhere. He's gone. He's in Indiana now. If I had to give the Denver Nuggets a grade, I'm probably gonna give them a smooth, I'll give them a B-, just to give them a B-. Okay, so the Detroit Pistons, not gonna spend any time on them. They lost RJ Hampton, Hamidou Diallo. They got Monte Morris, Joe Harris, Cade Cunningham is coming back. They got Asar Thompson. I really do like Asar Thompson's game. He's a really, really good basketball player. I want to see how he's going to fit on this team and where he's going to fit on this team, but we'll see. They re-signed Beef Stew. I'm glad about that, but I'm also pissed that he's not a Boston Celtic. But that's pretty much it for the Detroit Pistons. I expected them to, maybe do something else. They still have Bojan, which I do think he's going to get traded sometime this season, maybe the offseason upcoming. I don't know, but if I had to give him a grade, I'm probably giving him like a C. I don't really give a fuck about the Detroit Pistons, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to be really that good this season, and maybe I am, underrating them a little bit, but I just don't think that they're going to get over 30 wins. I really don't. Golden State Warriors, man. They lost Patrick Garland, Dante DiVincenzo, JaMychal Green, Iggy, Ty Jerome, Anthony Lamb, Jordan Poole. A lot of fucking players, you know what I'm saying? But they also got Chris Paul. They got Chris Paul and Dario Saric. So they locked Draymond Green in. They got a new front office out there. This isn't Bob Myers doing. I think this is Mike Dunleavy's doing now. Congrats to Mike Dunleavy for getting the position. Really good basketball player. I'm not gonna say really good. Good basketball player. I don't know how I feel about Chris Paul being a Golden State Warrior. I mean, he doesn't look like he's really fond of the idea of coming off the bench, which that's probably what's going to happen at the end of the day. It's pretty apparent that Draymond Green and him are still beefing, because Draymond Green didn't even deny him and Chris Paul having beef at one point, not liking each other. They're going to be extremely vocal. I don't know how the hell they're going to be able to run Chris Paul, Curry, Clay, Draymond, probably Wiggins on the court together, because number one, size, number two, defense. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Let's be honest. It doesn't fit. There's nothing else we can say about it. I don't think the Golden State Warriors are going to win a championship. However, at the end of the day, they're the Golden State Warriors. I wouldn't be surprised if they win a championship this season. But I think it's pretty obvious that Chris Paul and his loud ass mouth is going to butt heads with somebody on this team. I don't know who the hell it's going to be, but it's going to be somebody. It's most likely going to be Draymond. If I had to give them a grade, I'll probably give them a good C-, because I don't like the moves that they made, the people that they lost, I think that they're going to be a worse team than they were last year. Let's move on to the Houston Rockets, because they were one of the teams that I was looking at like crazy this offseason. They obviously got Fred VanVleet. They obviously got Dylan Brooks. They got Jeff Green, Jock Landale, Aaron Holiday. They did lose Josh Christopher. We're not going to talk about that video. They did lose Usman Garuba, Frank Kaminsky, Boban, KJ Martin, Ty Washington, Dyson Nix, a bunch of mid. But I'm really excited to see what Houston does this season. I've been telling you guys on this channel multitude of times. My friend is a Houston Rockets fan, so I do watch the Houston Rockets a lot, and I am excited to see where this takes them. I really do think that it's gonna look a little different. That's all I can say. It's going to look a little different. I am scared for the shot selections that Dylan Brooks going to throw up, that Fred VanVleet's going to throw up, that Jalen Green's going to have. Oh my God, it's going to be a lot of bad shot selection in Houston, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully Ime Udoka can clean that up. I want to see if he's going to be able to do it. They drafted Amen Thompson with the 4th overall pick, and NBA teams let Cam Whitmore slide to 20, and Houston went in and they snagged that mug. I will never forget when Cam Whitmore got drafted to Houston. I was on the phone with my friend. I was like, you know what? It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. And it happened. I was so excited for Houston. I don't really know how much run he's going to be getting. I do see him getting around like 15 to 20 minutes in the regular season. Let's just hypothetically say they do make the playoffs. Those numbers are definitely dropping. I don't think that they're going to be playing him as many minutes if they do make it to that point. But I am excited to see what they can do. I'm scared for Amen Thompson and his growth his rookie season. He is going to be under Fred VanVleet, but I also do want to see him in that starting point guard role. I feel like around year 2 to year 3 in Fred VanVleet's contract, he's going to move into that 6-man role maybe. I don't really see what Kevin Porter Jr. is going to look like on this team. I'm just excited, man. There's so many questions that I have with the Houston Rockets, but I really am excited for their future. So the Indiana Pacers, I'm not going to waste too much time on them. They lost O'Shea Brissett, Chris Duarte, George Hill, James Johnson, Gabe York. Who? They also got, as I alluded to earlier, Bruce Brown. They drafted Ben Shepherd. Don't know who that is. They traded for Obi Toppin. I really do like. They got Jarris Walker out of Houston. I really like that as well. They re-signed Tyrese Haliburton and extended that man to a big-ass bag. Congratulations to Tyrese Haliburton. Did I give a grade for the Houston Rockets? I don't think I gave a grade for the Houston Rockets. Just real quick, I'm going to give the Houston Rockets an A, based off my expectations going into the offseason. And for the Indiana Pacers, I do like all the moves that they did make. However, I do need to see Obi Toppin, and I do need to see Tyrese Haliburton improve in the half court. I know in transition they're going to be amazing. They're going to be a highlight reel, let me tell you. But in that half court, when the game slows down, they need to look good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tyrese Haliburton can up his playmaking when it comes to being in the half court. I feel like that's the step that I need to see him take this season in order for me to be like, you know what? He's a top 5 point guard. You feel me? That's what I want to say about Tyrese Haliburton next season, because I'm really high on him. I really am. Next up, the Clippers. Who gives a about the Clippers? They lost Eric Gordon. They got Kobe Brown. Congrats. KJ Martin. Congrats. And they got back Russell Westbrook. They didn't really do anything. I don't really care about the Clippers. At the end of the day, they're not going to win a championship, so why should I care about a team that isn't going to win a championship at the end of the day? Kawhi Leonard, hopefully he gets healthy. Paul George, hopefully he can stay healthy. I just want to see them do something in the playoffs other than get injured. Like, I'm so serious. I don't know what else to say about them other than hopefully they don't get injured. So I'm not even going to give them a grade. I don't think they deserve a grade. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they deserve a grade. But a team that does deserve a grade is the other team in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm going to just go ahead and give them an A right off the rip because they deserve it. They lost Mo Bamba, Malik Beasley, Troy Brown, Wenyen Gabriel. You know, getting rid of all the guys that didn't really help you. Let's be honest. And you brought in Jackson Hayes. You brought in Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish, Gabe Vincent. I really like that. You re-signed my boy AD 3 years. I think he signed the biggest max contract extension in NBA history. Congrats to him. He deserves every last penny for what he did in the playoffs last season. They brought back Rui Hachimura. I was thinking that they weren't going to bring back Austin Reeves because they signed D'Angelo Russell, but they ended up bringing back both. I was excited about that, and I was like, you know what, that right there just solidifies their offseason. I genuinely do think that this LA Lakers team is going to be a top 5 seed next season, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing to watch them. Hopefully AD can stay healthy. Hopefully Bron can stay healthy. Year 21 for the man, the king. We'll see, man. We'll see, but I'm going to give him an A. And the final team that I'm going to talk about, because I've been sitting here for 42 minutes and I'm tired as hell, is the Memphis Grizzlies. We're going to come full circle with this Marcus Smart thing. They did lose Dillon Brooks. They did lose Tyus Jones. They added Josh Christopher to the team. They added Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart, Isaiah Todd. They re-signed Desmond Bane to a big-ass bag. Congratulations to Desmond Bane. But the one thing that I want to put on your guys' minds real quick, Ja Morant is going to be out for 25 games coming into this next season. And I feel like that's a big deal. And I feel like it's a big deal solely because the reason why they were kept afloat when Ja Morant was missing games last season and the season before that was solely because of the play of Tyus Jones. The fact that he's so selfless with the basketball and is willing to share the rock, has other guys that are on the team thinking, hey, I'm going to be able to get my shot off. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they have that anymore. You know, you can say they have Marcus Smart. I feel like their defense is going to be so amazing with Marcus Smart and Jaren Jackson Jr. on the court together. However, Marcus Smart, he's going to lose his footing once Ja Morant comes back, because I do not see them at all working good on the offensive side of the basketball, being on the court together, because neither of them can space the floor, and spacing is crucial. So I don't know how good the Memphis Grizzlies are going to be next season. I can't attest to see how good they're going to be because they don't have their guys. They also lost Dillon Brooks. Apparently he's the heart and soul of their team. I've never heard anybody say that, but I guess he is. They're gonna miss that defensive prowess, but they also got a better defender in Marcus Smart. So we're gonna see where this goes for them. I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys are excited that I uploaded. This wasn't the best of videos that I could put out, but I just wanted to get something out for you guys so I could stay consistent and stay on my grind for this channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let me know who you guys think had the best offseason out of the 15 teams that I just named. And I'm about to get out of here. I'll see y'all later. What the hell? I'm signing off. Peace.